What's going on, guys? Juno here, and today we are finally unboxing the iPhone 13 Pro Max in Sierra Blue. I actually just picked this up at the Apple Store a couple hours ago because I pre-ordered it, and you guys are going to see my completely real and honest opinion and reaction about how the way that this Sierra Blue color looks in person. Because I've seen all kinds of different videos and pictures of the Sierra Blue model, but I've heard that it looks better in person, so you guys are gonna see what I think about this color. I also have the midnight case right here to go along with the Sierra Blue, so we're gonna go ahead and unbox that as well. Now, one thing I've already noticed about the iPhone 13 Pro Max box versus the previous iPhone 12 Pro Max box is that the 13 Pro Max has the back of the phone on the cover, and the 12 Pro Max has the front of the phone on the cover. It's just a little thing that I've noticed. It doesn't really matter a whole lot, but it's just kind of interesting that Apple decided to do that this year. Now let's go ahead and open this thing up because I am super pumped to see what it looks like. We've got two pull tabs here, and of course there isn't a whole lot of plastic on the box itself because Apple's trying to be more eco-friendly, which is really awesome. So we've got this pull tab right up here. This one. And that's two. And now for the grand reveal. Oh, interesting. Wow. Yeah, that's a sweet color. It's definitely like a cloud blue kind of color. You guys can see that. I don't want to drop the phone already. But yeah, it's a really good looking color. I'll kind of shine it in the sun here as well. Get to see that. Interesting. It's almost like a powder blue, but kind of silvery at the same time. So let's go ahead and pop the iPhone out here. Just like that. Okay, yeah. So there it is, guys. It's kind of bright in the sun there. Wow. So the camera is definitely a little bit bigger. It's not extremely noticeable, but they kind of protrude a little further out, which is interesting. The phone itself is said to be a little bit thicker, but it's not really noticeable, and it's also supposed to be just a little bit heavier, but that's not very noticeable either. I'd have to kind of compare with my 12 Pro Max, but interesting. Yeah, I really like this color, and we'll go ahead and peel back the paper here. Of course, it's paper, not plastic, the eco-friendly stuff. Whew, super satisfying. Man, this looks super cool. Yeah, guys, I'm digging this color. At first, I wasn't totally sure if I would like it or not, but it's definitely a really cool color. I'll go ahead and bring out my 12 Pro Max. But before I get my 12 Pro Max here, let's go ahead and finish the unboxing. You guys probably already know what's in here. Just the designed by Apple in California. See, we've got the SIM card device opener, whatever it's called. Got the little manual stuff, and also a white Apple sticker. And unfortunately, we don't get a Sierra Blue Apple sticker. That would have been really cool, but it's all good. So we do that. And of course we have the cable, and unfortunately no power brick just like last year, because of, once again, the eco-friendly stuff, which is kind of cool that Apple is trying to be more eco-friendly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and I'm gonna get my Pro Max here. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the two colors side by side, and this is on here. So you can see that the 13 Pro Max, the Sierra Blue, is definitely a much lighter color, and the 12 Pro Max in Pacific Blue is kind of a more, I don't want to say gray, but it's definitely a darker blue, and they're both really good looking colors. I'm not totally sure which one I like better, to be honest. I was a little afraid that I wasn't going to like the Sierra Blue like I mentioned already, but I really like this color. I think it's super cool. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'll zoom in on this, but the camera on the Sierra Blue is definitely a little bit bigger. The thickness, you can tell that it's just a tiny bit thicker. And the reason that the 13 Pro Max is thicker is because it actually has 2.5 hours of more battery life than the 12 Pro Max, which is really awesome. And I'll definitely be testing that out and see if what Apple claims is true. Let's go ahead and turn on the new iPhone here. Just hold that down. And let's see here. Oh, there we go. Hello kind of has a cool opening screen there. It says hello in all the different languages. And already I can tell that the notch is much smaller. So let me go to my home screen here. And if you guys can look at the notches there, I don't know if you can see it very well on camera, but the notch is definitely much smaller on the 13 Pro Max. It's actually 20% smaller. So it's definitely noticeable. It seems like it protrudes into the screen a little bit more, but it's definitely not a big deal. It's definitely an improved phone. Apple did an incredible job with the Sierra Blue color, and I'm really excited to check it out. Now let's go ahead and open the Midnight case here, because I think it'll look really cool with the Sierra Blue. So we got another pull tab, just like that. Boom. Open that up. Go ahead and slide it out, just like that. Set this to the side here. And this is the Midnight Blue. It's almost a black color, just very slightly blue. And I think it looks really good. I did pick up the silicone because I do have a black leather case. It seems like it got kind of scratched up a little easier than the silicone did. But overall, I mean, it seems like Apple cases hold up pretty well. But I think this silicone is definitely going to last a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and pop in the case here. MagSafe, okay. And yeah, that looks sweet. I think that looks incredible. So again, this is the Midnight Blue case with the Sierra Blue color, and I think that looks really good. See there? And then you've got the home screen, of course. Yeah, that's really awesome. And going back to the weight here a little bit, you can tell that the 13 Pro Max is just slightly heavier. It's not extremely noticeable, but you can tell when you're holding the phone side by side. And the Sierra Blue, the 13 Pro Max, does weigh 8.46 grams, and the 12 Pro Max weighs 8.03 grams. So it's not a huge difference, but it is noticeable when you compare the two. And I am really pumped to see the 120 Hz display in action, the ProMotion as Apple calls it. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my phone here. Let's go ahead and swipe up here. Do English. Country, United States. Okay. Bring the 12 Pro Max here. There we go. Unlock to continue. Continue. Okay. You just that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let that rest. You can see the different colors here. Okay, continue. Face ID. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Get started. Do this here. Continue. Cool. Face ID is complete. Continue. Alright, so I finally just set up the phone, so everything is transferred over to my new phone. And I do want to talk about the 120Hz display that Apple is calling ProMotion that is in the new iPhone 13 Pro Max. Unfortunately, it is not in the regular iPhone 13. I'm not totally sure why. Maybe it would cost Apple a little bit too much right now. But it is in the 13 Pro and the Pro Max. And essentially what ProMotion does is it allows the screen to change from 60 Hz to 80 Hz or 120 Hz, depending on how fast you're scrolling with your fingers on the screen. So it allows you to scroll between different information on your screen, or maybe switch between different apps just a little bit quicker, and it's kind of just sharper to the touch, if that makes sense. And it's not really noticeable. The difference isn't between the Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max, just because the 12 Pro Max does have 60 Hz and the 13 Pro Max has 120 Hz, but it is just a little bit sharper, the 13 Pro Max is, and ProMotion overall is really nice to have. So that's pretty much it, guys, with the new 13 Pro Max unboxing. We have kind of the typical unboxing experience with Apple. They don't have a whole lot in the box, but it is a really good looking phone, and I would recommend that you guys check out this color because it is super clean, and I actually like it a little bit better than the Pacific Blue. Maybe because I'm just a bit tired of the Pacific Blue after using it every single day for about a year. But overall, I really like both of these phones. The 13 Pro Max is a really good looking phone, and I am really excited to use it more in the future, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated for my review that I'll be doing in about a week or so on the 13 Pro Max. But with all of that being said, guys, I really appreciate all of you watching this, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!